Hey guys, don't mind my eye. I have a sty. I keep having it for the last 3 days, and I've never had this much in my life. And for the last several months, I've been getting them all the time. It doesn't look that bad in real life. I looked on camera, it looks really bad. I promise it doesn't look that bad. But at the same time, I'm really self aware of that. I wanted to talk about something really important to me. It's the way that I'm dealing with stress. It's about stress in general. And one of the ways for me to fix it was always alcohol. So that's what I wanted to talk about because recently I decided to quit drinking, even though I was regular drinker. I didn't drink every day, getting wasted, blackout drunk, but I was using alcohol to help myself, and a couple of times in the week I would get drunk. But recently, I've been having a lot of issues, and alcohol helped me a little bit first to just come out to that level of being normal. So, canceling out the stress. But then after some time, it kind of got me to the point where I didn't recognize myself. It got me so much more anxiety than it was there before. And I one day saw an article on New York Times, and it was like, try to quit drinking for October. I call it Soaptober. I don't know if it's funny or not, but whatever. Um, I sent it to my friend, and I'm like, look, we're definitely not gonna make it. We're definitely gonna fail the first second of Soaptober. And she was like, no, let's try. And I was like, okay, that let's try it. Why not? We tried it, and then several days later, she texted me like I failed, and I was like, fuck you, because you're the reason why I'm here. I've been trying my best. Um, but still, in September, first I felt better, and then I was like, okay, I'm better, I'm happier. Let me go out with my friends to get drunk. And at first it was fun, but then the anxiety came back 10 times more than it was before. And I just came back to that place where I tried my best to leave from, and I didn't like it. I didn't like the way that I was acting. I didn't like the way that I was around people, depending on people. And yeah, that article was one of the signs that I had to start growing and that I have to start thinking about myself, because if there's no one else around you, the only person that you have is you, and you're always going to be around yourself. It's No one is going to be there for you as much as you will. And I I just decided to focus on myself. I've been doing skincare. I know you cannot tell because I don't know what's been happening for the last 4 days. I've been having acne. I've been having these fucking styes. I've been having so many problems with skin, even though I take care of it each time. But I guess it's stress, and I'm just trying to figure it out, and I'm trying to make myself better in the way that I work with myself. But yeah, it's been it's been an interesting journey. I've been hanging out with friends, and every time I say that I quit drinking, they're always shocked. They're like, "Alex, you're wow, you stopped drinking. That's crazy. It's not real. You must be lying." And at first, yeah, it's a funny joke, but when a lot of people keep telling me that, it's kind of frustrating. Like, everyone sees me an alcoholic, everyone sees me as a person who does not know how to control themselves with alcohol. But no one really asked me why I was drinking. No one really asked me what was the reason. If I'm okay, or do I need help? The problem was that I was not okay. I was constantly stressed. I was constantly anxious, and the only way that I found fixing it without it being anything crazy or anything im- like life changing was alcohol. Instead of spending time on myself and spending that money that I spent on alcohol, I could have spent it on something else, like restaurant experience or like sitting back home and just painting and painting, like with those numbers and stuff like that. So instead of doing that, I was doing it another way because alcohol was so much easier. Plus, I was communicating with friends. Plus, I was talking about my small problems with them, so it made me feel a little bit better. But at some point, it didn't work because at first it did. Whenever I just moved here, the war started in Ukraine, and I've been really, really anxious about that. And at first, well, I was here with a lot of my friends. I was 18. I was drinking every single day. Like maybe once in a week, I wouldn't drink. And every time I would be like drunk, wasted, and party after party after party. But first of all, I was a kid, so I didn't know better. Second of all, I was stressed and depressed. That's why I didn't know better either. Plus, I had good people around me who were also drinking, so I didn't see anything wrong with that. But now I have completely different people around me, and a lot of them keep saying that I'm an alcoholic. Alex, do you think you have problems with alcohol? Well, I never did before you told me that, because I don't drink because I like it. I drink because I need it. Not in the way that my system needs that, but my mental health does. Because I couldn't face the problems, I couldn't focus on myself, and I couldn't be there for myself. So instead, I was just drinking to feel better, to feel numb at first, because I would just level out, like I would cancel it out with alcohol. And then after some other drinks, I would feel better, would be happy. So it would be like 6, 8 drinks a night. Not all the time, obviously, but if I wanted to get drunk, it would be like 8 drinks, and it would be a lot because some people would take four and they're already drunk. It took me 8 because, or 6 or 8, something like that. Um, because I needed to be on the same level as anyone else. Because the second they came there, I already had to take 4 drinks to be on the same level as them. So, yeah, in October, I've not been drinking. It's October 15th. I have not been drinking for 15 days. And it's not that I'm like, wow, 15 days is so long. But when you live in the situation like I do, like, I'm not going to talk about every single problem that I have. I'm not going to talk about every single thing that I do not like about my life right now. But first of all, it's Venice. A lot of people here are drinking because, first of all, there's a lot of students. Second of all, Venice is trying to, I don't know, they're on their way to fucking die because everything for young people now is gone. Everything is for tourists. Everything is for commercial. No one gives a shit about people like us who live here. So the only thing we could do, especially I work until 11 p.m., the only thing we could do is just go to the bar and drink. That's it. During the day, yeah, there's like more stuff going on, but like when I'm stressed after work, instead of like just having a walk or going somewhere fun, which is the only way to go is the bar. Like literally, there's nothing else open. So now I have a lot of friends who are like passing their exams, they're celebrating graduation, stuff like that. They're all drinking. When I wanted to drink, no one was drinking as much as I could. But now everyone is getting drunk once in a while I cannot. And it's been weird. At first, I'm like, I don't want to drink. That's the thing. I really feel comfortable. I really do not feel like I want to drink. And yeah, I've been having a lot of fun. But on the other hand, yeah, I want to relax. Yeah, I want to just like have one cheat day and be like, oh, fuck it. I'm just gonna stop stressing out. I just want to stop being an adult. I don't want to think about my problems. I don't want to try to fix them in my head. I just want to drink some alcohol and just feel better. But it doesn't work like that because when I focus on something, that's what I'm gonna do. And for some reason, it clicked in my head really badly. Like, Alex, you need to get your shit together, and I did. And that's kind of like another way of proving myself first because like I didn't feel like I had alcohol problems. Like, yeah, I knew that I was not using it right. I was not fixing my problems with that. And I knew that it was just an illusion. I didn't think that I would have a problem with that to the point where I would like that's the only thing that helps me. Well, it didn't that wasn't the only thing that helped me, but I just realized that I was overusing it. It's not that I had a problem with it. It's not that I was an alcoholic. It's not that I was dependent on it. I just overused it, and I came to the point where it was out of control. Like I couldn't control how it influences me, and I didn't like it. And I just wanted to prove myself first. When everyone started talking about that I was having a problem, I was like, well, I don't. Let me prove you that. Because I started thinking about that, I became even more anxious. I was like, Alex, you're an alcoholic. People hate you. Like, people say that this and that about you. And I'm like, no, it's not how it's supposed to be. So I quit, and I just proved myself that I never had a problem with alcohol in my life. Like, in the way that I had a problem with alcohol because I couldn't control it, but I didn't have a problem with alcohol because I was dependent on it. The only issue that I had with alcohol is that I couldn't control it. That I couldn't. It just became out of hand. Like I just knew that I'm gonna drink and I'm gonna feel better, but I overused it. That's it. So now I took it under control. It literally took me one day. I was like on 30th. It was my last time that I drank. And on the 1st of October, I was like, no, I'm taking it under control. And I haven't drank a single drop of alcohol. And that's what I wanted to prove myself because is it a problem with me that I'm an alcoholic, that I'm addicted to alcohol? Or is it just something wrong in my head that I am so desperate to fix, but also so afraid to fix? That's why I numb it out with alcohol. And I realized that it's just problems with my head. It's just problems that I cannot face yet, and problems that I need to face as soon as possible. But I'm just too afraid because with alcohol, I would just drink and I would feel better and I forget about that. And I would be like, later, later, later. I'm going to do it later. But now I cannot do that. So instead of just waiting it out, I just do it. And it feels better. It feels awesome. I have plenty of time to do stuff. I have plenty of time to focus on myself. I've been working on myself a lot, working through my problems, thinking about my problems, thinking how I can become a better person. And it works. And it worked and still works. I mean, I've been getting a lot of support from different people of my life, of just different parts of my life. People are really supportive recently. And since I quit alcohol, I've been focusing on people who matter the most, who are there for me, who I know that I don't need alcohol to have fun with. Because before that would be like, I don't like that person that much, but we're gonna have alcohol, so we're gonna have fun. It's gonna be so much fun. But now I just I hang out with people that I want to. I'm excited to go home. Like I've never had this feeling in my life. I was like after work, I would be like, "Oh, there's gonna be someone in the bar. I have to come there. I have to hang out with them." Like I had such a huge FOMO, and I was like, "No, I have to do something. I have to do that. I have to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna come back home at like 3, 4 a.m. I'm gonna spend my last money on alcohol. I'm gonna feel bad tomorrow, but at least I have fun." And recently, I completely reimagined my life for some reason. I don't know how I did it, but like I guess it's like again when I need to do something, when my brain is sure about something, that's when it's gonna work properly. Because before that was just letting myself being not a victim. Yeah, I let myself being a victim. I let myself being the weak spot. I let myself rest. And then at some point, I realized that I'm resting for too long, and it doesn't help me. I'm even more tired, and I need to get ready and feel better. Well, now I do. And people have been supporting me, but at the same time, it's kind of like weird because I didn't change. I'm still me. It's just a little bit differently how I treat my life. Nothing else is different. And everyone is like, oh, you changed so much. Before that, you would be a little bit annoying. You would be blah, blah. Like now, you're a completely different person. I'm not, though. Just because everyone thought that I was drinking too much, it became my personality. Because people are so fast to judge you instead of asking you what is happening. How are you? Like, why are you drinking? Instead of me explaining that, I would just listen about how alcoholic I am and how it is embarrassing for me. And I would be like, great, thank you for making me feel even worse. Especially, I would hear it from my friends who were supposed to help me, even though I didn't ask for help because I didn't think I needed one. And now everyone was like, yeah, you're a completely different person. You are so much better. I mean, yeah, I guess I feel better after hearing that because I've been working myself a lot. But at the same time, it kind of like devalues what I was going through in the past, where I was trying to feel better and I was fighting. It was not easy. And everyone is like, oh my God, that version of you was awful. Well, that version of me was fighting for better, but just didn't know how yet. Now I had realization, a lot of things happened, a lot of things changed, and now I have enough time to reflect and feel better. And I do. Maybe you cannot tell because every time I record a video, I'm either depressed after the shower or just woke up. Now I have a sty. I just woke up and after the shower. So like, please don't mind that. I'm just doing it for my diaries because yesterday I was trying to sleep and I started thinking about recording a video because I needed to let it out to myself because I talked with my friends about it, but I just wanted to have a conversation with myself to process that and hear it from myself. I do not feel anxiety anymore as much as I did. Like, of course, I do have those sudden bursts of anxiety. Of course, I have those weird sadness moments, but in general, I can control them now. I've been listening to a lot of Emma Chamberlain recently. I love the way that she talks because I'm overthinking. I just turn on the podcast and I just listen and listen and listen and listen. And if I think about something, I don't miss the point. I'm going to focus on my thought for a minute and then I come back. I'm not going to miss the whole point of the episode, of the whole point of the podcast. And that's what I love about like this topic of podcast. It's not like storytelling. It's not like it doesn't have like a specific plot. I just listen to whatever she has to say. And whenever I'm catching myself thinking, I'm like, wait, no, no, no. We need to listen to the podcast. And I just listen and I feel better because I've been opening TikTok and I've been feeling anxious recently because of that. It's not the great thing as well. I need to cut off TikTok, but I can't. But now I'm way less on TikTok. I've been watching a lot of Netflix, so like I can follow the plot, so I can focus on the what I'm watching instead of watching TikTok where everything is just random. You don't have to focus. You just like can watch for 2 seconds and that's it. I've been watching a lot of Netflix where you have to focus to understand what is going on. So I feel better. I don't have to overthink, and I mean, I get something from that while watching it, so I can just understand and get something from it. It's been weird. It's been fun. It's been scary. It's been fucked up. But I know who I am and I know whatever I have to do is what I have to do. I had to drink. I was drinking because I had to. I will smoke a pack of cigarettes because I feel like it and I will. I feel like quitting drinking. I will quit drinking. I feel like quitting smoking. I'm gonna quit smoking. I feel like going to the restaurant because I want to. Yeah, I don't have that much money right now, but I want to. Okay, I will. I don't want to eat right now. I'm not gonna eat. I want to eat right now. I will eat. I'm gonna go buy Fanta. I will. I'm gonna sit there in the bar alone, just watching TikToks or being on Instagram, something like that. I will do it. Why do people just? I already made a video about that. Like, why does quality time considered being social and doing something that is good for you when I will decide what I need to do because everyone is judging me. Everyone is judging the way that I'm acting. Everyone is judging the way that I'm treating myself because everyone is also mistreating themselves, but no one sees that. But everyone is so fast to call me an alcoholic. Everyone is so fast to call me a bad smoker. Everyone is so fast to call me a weak person. But instead of asking me why, and instead of reflecting on themselves and trying to see what's wrong with their life, they're trying to tell me that my life is so much worse. That my life is irresponsible, that I'm doing irresponsible things. Actually, taking accountability and taking control of your life, that's being responsible. And I'm being responsible for my actions before that. And the fact that I took control of it, that's being responsible. Before that doesn't mean it was irresponsible. It was also responsible because before that, my choice was to drink. Now my choice is not to drink. It was all my choice, and responsibility means taking the actions that you think are needed. At that time, I thought alcohol was needed. It's not that I was like taking loans to drink alcohol. It's not that I was drinking alcohol with my friends who were also drinking. And I had enough money to do that. Like, it's responsible. I had resources to do that. It was not good for me. What is good for you? Nothing is good for you unless you think it's good. Because alcohol is not good for you, but at some point it did help me. Once it helped me. That's why I was fixing my problems with alcohol because once it helped me, it should help me again. Well, it didn't. At some point it didn't. But did it make it bad? No. The first time it helped me, it was good for me. The second time it was bad. It's about decisions that you make. It's not about what you do, it's about how you do it and when you do it and what's good for you. Everyone is gonna judge me. Whatever. You can do whatever you want. But instead of trying to understand me, you judge me. You tell me there is something wrong with me. There's something that I need to fix. There's something that I need to grow from. But that's exactly what stops me from growing because I'm trying to grow in the way that I can, in the way that I think is working for me. And you're telling me that there's something fucked up about me by doing it. At first, as I told you, alcohol helped me. So the second time I'm thinking maybe it's gonna help me as well. I try it out. It doesn't help. And I'm like, okay, it doesn't work for me. I'm gonna quit drinking. You're gonna learn from your mistakes. And everyone is so free to judge my mistakes. Everyone is so free to tell me that I'm making a mistake. Even though maybe it's not gonna be a mistake. Maybe it will be a mistake. And guess how I'm gonna learn from that? By making a mistake. And no one seems to care because it made me feel shitty. It made me feel like I'm already not good. I was already feeling like shit. I was already thinking that I'm the worst person in the world. And then they keep telling me that there's a problem with me. And I'm like, oh, great. Thanks. I know. That's what I've been feeling. And I just want to say that whatever you're going through, the most important is to understand that you are doing what you feel like. It's not what you need. It's not about what you think is good for you. It's about what you feel. It's about where your brain and heart tells you right now. Whatever. Take a shot. Your brain is telling you like, oh, I want to take a shot. Take a shot. Text that person. Your brain is like, oh yeah, why are they not replying? I want to text. They're gonna ignore you. You're gonna look stupid, but guess what? You made a mistake and you can learn from that mistake. If you're not gonna make that mistake, there's nothing to learn from. Do anything that you feel like as long as it's not dangerous. Like, I'm not telling you, like, do drugs and stuff like that. I'm telling you, like, small things. If you feel this weird anxiety and you're gonna feel better if you're gonna do it, do it. Just do it. Call that person, text that person, take a shot, go to that party, go up to that person and ask for their number. Do something. It's not going to harm you. You're not going to die after that. Do something that you feel is good, and that's it. And don't care about what other people have to say. If people are going to be judging you, if people are going to be telling you there's a problem with you, Instead of asking you, Alex, why are you doing that? They're going to be like, Alex, you have a problem. But they don't want to know what the problem is because they think they know, because they can see something is wrong, and they're going to blame it on something else because they do not see what's actually happening. They're going to tell you that. You have to understand that there are some good people around you and some bad people, and you have to focus on the people that are right for you. I'm not telling you to be like having bottle friends who are like, oh, that's great, like let's get drunk. You don't have a problem with alcohol, we're all drinking, let's get drunk. No, but you have to have that person who's going to be like holding your hand and be like, Alex, no, something's wrong, please tell me what's going on. Like, I want you to talk to me. That's the person that I have to keep. It's not that person who's like, Alex, it's like fifth drink. You're already drunk. Stop drinking. And you don't need another friend who's gonna be like, yeah, take another, take another, take another, take another. You just need a friend to talk to. And then when that friend realizes what's happening in your life, they're gonna be like, okay, do what you need to do. But just in case, if you think of something, if you need to talk to someone, I'm here. That's it. That's what I'm asking for. But instead, I just get judged. I'm not making myself a victim. I'm making my own choices in my life, and I'm fully responsible for that, and I'm fully aware of them. I'm just talking about my experience. Maybe someone has a similar experience, and I would love people to listen about that. And I'm just doing it for myself so I can think out loud. Because the second I start talking, that's that's the second I start like analytically thinking, like analyzing. Because before that, there is like a shit ton of things in my head that I cannot catch. That is like this thing, this thing, this thing. But when I start talking, it's like kind of becomes like making more sense. It makes more sense now in my head the second I start talking about it. And that's what I need right now, because I was talking to my friends, but still friends have opinions and you don't get to talk about the exact same thing that you have been wanting to. That's why I'm recording this video, just to, I don't know, just let myself know if I changed or not. And I did. I mean, it's a good thing. Whatever happens in your life, bad or good, it's good because you are gonna learn from this. Doesn't matter if you want it or not, you're still gonna learn something from that, and you are gonna become a better person. You have to make bad experiences good experiences. It's not that you have to cancel out all the bad stuff in that bad experience to see something good. It's about making those bad experiences an opportunity to feel and be better. Something bad happened, you would be like, "Oh no, I'm so bad. It's so bad. How can I see it as something good? I'm so broken right now." But then you're like, "Oh, now I have time to like focus on myself. Now I have time to do this. Oh, now I think about myself more. Oh, now I have more money." Or like, "Oh, now I can go out or do something." It's like everything is relative. It's just the way that you see it. It's the way that you treat it. Something bad can happen, you can make it the best thing that ever happened to you. Up to you. As long as there are people around you who are going to be supporting you anyways, and there are going to be people around you who are going to know who you are and that you're doing the right thing. That's pretty much it. I hope it helped someone. I hope someone can listen to it and feel better. But for now, my biggest problem right now is literally my style. That's that's the goals, you know? When I'm not thinking about something crazy, overthinking all the time. The only thing that I'm scared of right now is my fucking star. I just don't know when it's gonna go away. I have to work with people. I work in a restaurant and it's gonna look disgusting. And it hurts. It hurts so much. And I cannot see most of the times. It's blurred. Okay, not most of the times, but it's pretty blurred. Also, if I don't have time, I need to get ready to work. Anyways, do your best. Everything is gonna work out. It gets better. And every single mistake matters, and every single mistake is good for you, unless you think otherwise. Bye.